Hello, this is going to be a tutorial for the current barrier skip setup with a slash clip. This is the setup by Daemon and Trog, which is used in any percent and no manual super swim. Okay, so first things first, this setup will only work if Link has critical health, so that is if you have 1.5 hearts or less, which is the amount I have right now. So you're going to come to the barrier, and the first part is you have to do the knockback cancel. So there's this knockback part, and you want to pull the Wind Waker on the same frame that the knockback runs out. So just go up to it, it is frame perfect, so pull the Wind Waker, and you'll know it worked when Link stops flashing red. So like here, I know it's worked. And you're now inside the knockback barrier. If you leave the knockback barrier, you'll have to do that again, so you want to try and stay inside. Okay, so the next part is you want to just come here and target this wall. This is just a thing you can do in this game. You can target a wall and your angle will snap to it. Just like that. If you're right in the corner, it won't work, so just take a little step to the right and you want to get that angle snap. The next part is we're going to want to be rolling into this corner and then we're going to do a backflip. So you want to make sure that Tetra is not in your way, because if she's like here for example, then she'll be in your way and move you during the backflip. So just try and maneuver her, try not to leave the knockback barrier, and just push her out of your way. So yeah, we want to roll into this corner, so make sure you're a bit left of the corner. If you want, you can do a side hop before the roll, or just kind of move left a bit. You want to do a roll and a backflip. Now normally when you do a backflip, in order to get a consistent position, you have to press the A button and the stick on the same frame. However, if we do the backflip after the roll, we have 2 frames to do it. So you can either do it on the frame the roll ends or the frame after. And the best way to tell this is if you look at the A button on the top right, you see that there's text on it. If I get the backflip on the first frame out of the roll, I just realized my input display is not on. Let me turn that on. There you go. So I'm just holding down during the roll and pressing A, and if you look at the A button in the top right corner, you'll see if I get the frame perfect backflip, then no text appears on the A button. Or if the text appears for 1 frame, like I just did, that also works. So yeah, if you just look at the A button, you'll tell if you got a frame perfect backflip, or the second frame, which also works. So one of the first 2 frames is what you want. Then you'll be in this position. You want to just tap down to turn towards the camera, target, and press B to do a targeted slash. And then you want to hold ESS to the right to have Link turn to the right. And then press A to put away your sword. Let me make a save state. And then from here, you're going to do a roll, another roll, and 1 more roll. And on the 3rd roll, you're going to hold down the R button, like that, to pull the shield. And then once you're in this position, you want to untarget and target again, and you should snap to the angle of the barrier wall. Okay, so now it's the angle setup. So what you're going to want to do is you want to go into first person, and then you want to press A to exit first person, and then we're going to do a turnaround, which is going to look like this. So you're going to tap down to turn Link towards the camera, and then tap up to turn him away from the camera. Oops. So there's a few things to note about this. So when you press A to exit the first person, you have to wait at least 14 frames before you do the turnaround, which is just about half a second. So exit, wait about half a second, and then go down and up. And also it's important that when you turn towards the camera, you have to turn away from the camera as soon as you can. So the turnaround takes 6 frames to complete, so you have to tap down towards the camera, and then within those 6 frames, press up again, so that Link turns away from the camera immediately on the first frame possible. That's important for these turnarounds. So first person, exit, wait half a second, down, up, just like that. So you've done 1 turnaround, and then after that you're going to go into first person again and do exactly the same again. This time you have to wait at least 4 frames before you do the turnaround. So exit first person, wait, I messed that one up. Okay, so first turnaround, like that, first person again, exit, second turnaround. And you should have the angle 31946 here, if you did those turnarounds correctly. Okay, then we're going to go into first person again, and now we're going to do a buffered angle change. So you want to pause, hold right, and unpause. And so the idea is we're only holding the full control stick directions, so we get, you know, consistent angle changes. And you want to buffer to this angle right here. So my visual cue for this is that this pillar thing is on the right side of the screen. So if I'm one frame to the left, it looks like this with this arch thing, and one frame to the right, the pillar is, you know, much further left. So that's my visual cue. And also note that in the pause screen, there is a 1 frame visual delay. So right now I'm going to unpause and not hold anything, and you see I can see the arch on the screen, but I'm going to not touch the stick and it still moves 1 more frame. So just keep that in mind for when you're buffering angles. So once you have this angle, you're going to just exit first person with the A button, and then blow the deku leaf. And then go back into first person, and I'm going to basically undo that camera movement. So we're going to just hold left, and this is the angle you want. My visual cue is the B button is basically lined up with this kind of corner of this window here. One second. Make a save state here. Okay, so this angle, and then once you have this angle, you're just going to press down on the C stick to exit first person. And it's very important that you exit with the C stick. If you just press A to exit, the next part is not going to work. So you get this angle and C stick down. And it's also important that when you unpause here, you have to wait at least 3 frames before you do down on the C stick. So if I am here and I know I have the angle, I can't just hold down out of the unpause. You have to actually unpause, wait a couple frames, and then down on the C stick. Okay, so this is the position for the barrier skip setup. So you're going to press A to put away the leaf, press B to pull out the sword, turn around, and make sure you put away the sword or put away the leaf before you turn around, otherwise pressing A will make you talk to Tetra here. So you're in this position, and now what you want to do is you need to hold up on the control stick for 10 frames and then slash the sword. So I'll just do it that with frame advance. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And keep holding up and slash the sword, and you should go through the barrier. So the visual cue for this is you're going to want to pause buffer this and look for Link's feet. So this is the frame I look for. So I look at his left foot, it's the first frame, you can see kind of the whole bottom of his foot there. So if I just do this again, okay, so this is the frame before, you can kind of just about make out the bottom of his foot, but the next frame, you can see the whole bottom of his shoe. That's the frame you want. So you're gonna hold up, pause buffer, and this is the right frame, and then if you press B out of the unpause, then you will get the skip. So just one more time, just like that. And yeah, that slash is frame perfect, so you're going to have to get used to buffering inputs out of a pause. But yeah, the setup is not too bad, just a few things to be wary of. You have to wait a few frames before the turnarounds, and on that final buffered angle you have to wait a few frames after the unpause before you see down. Otherwise your angle will be messed up. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.